Hi friends. So life changes. Our needs change. What may have worked for you a couple months ago might not work for you right now, or maybe it still is. Who knows? We're all in a different place. We are all changing all the time. The world is changing all the time. And that's basically the only thing that we can count on. So in today's video, I want to talk about how my diet has changed organically in the past couple months. So last month I spent a 3.5 week trip. I went to Thailand, so naturally things shifted a bit. I kept the foundation of my diet the same, of course. I was eating low-fat raw vegan, and I'm really proud of myself for maintaining and sustaining that while traveling, because I have not always done that in the past. And you know, it's easy to think, hey, I'm going to the tropics, it'll be so easy to be raw vegan, but actually I have totally failed to do that in the past. But this time I rocked it. So you can too if you are headed to the tropics. It can be highly supportive for a low-fat raw vegan diet. Anyway, so in Thailand, with such amazing access to high quality, delicious, perfectly ripe, oh my God, all the different varieties, all the different kinds, all the exotics, all the even not so exotics, you know, it was all just amazing fruit. So I was eating a lot of fruit. I was eating mostly fruit. I was still eating some vegetables and salads and savory things at night, but definitely felt like I was eating a lot of fruit and not as many vegetables and greens, especially just not as many greens. Like I would have cucumber salads and things like that, non-sweet fruit salads, and maybe a head of iceberg per day, or some organic mixed greens at the retreat where I was chefing. So basically I was eating simple mono meals. I was eating lots of durian on the retreat, and that was quite a treat. Nightly salads, and like I said, maybe not enough greens for me long term. It was fine for 3.5 weeks. So already before Thailand, my body and my schedule, my daily schedule, the way things were working out for me was really like leaning towards more of an intermittent fasting type situation. Now, this wasn't me saying, oh, you know, I want to do intermittent fasting and I want to fast for 16 or 17 hour windows per day and I'm only going to eat during these times. It was nothing like that. It was just like, oh, I wake up, I meditate, I go to yoga. I'm not done with yoga until like 9:30 in the morning. Then I shower, do some other things, and I'm not really eating until 10 a.m. And then on the other end, preferring an early dinner sometime between 4 and 6, usually done eating around 6 p.m. So my body and, like I said, my schedule were kind of already naturally gravitating towards about 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. eating window, and me not really feeling like I needed to eat any other time. So I did a bit of that in Thailand. On the retreat, it wasn't really possible because I wasn't doing my own kind of schedule. But after the retreat, when I was on my own traveling, the beautiful Thai island of Koh Chang, highly recommend it, I immediately dropped back into like an intermittent fasting schedule. And then when I returned to Arizona, that was about 3 weeks ago now, I slipped right back into the intermittent fasting schedule really effortlessly, like I said, without any force, without any restriction. It just feeling like a very natural, sensible, intuitive kind of thing to do that works for me and my schedule. So let's see. Basically, I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm doing every day. So basically my days are something like this. 10 a.m. I have celery juice first thing. This is something I started since returning from Thailand. It's been a few weeks and I feel really good. 11 a.m. I'll have a banana and ice cream or a large fruit meal. This is where I'm getting most of my calories. It's a big meal, maybe like an 8 banana and ice cream or something like that. So substantial number of calories, a lot of carbs, no fat. Feeling really good. Around 2 p.m. I have a green smoothie, and this is truly a green smoothie, so it does not contain fruit. What I've been doing is about 2 cups of organic power greens, 2 tablespoons of daily green boost, barley grass juice powder. It's delicious. 1 whole lime, I just take the green part off and throw it in, and about an inch piece of ginger. Blend that up really well, and I tip it on back and enjoy a truly green, veggie-rific, nutrient-dense, low-calorie smoothie. It is a wonderful afternoon pick-me-up. You gotta try it. And it's perfect. It's kind of like the halfway point, or just when maybe I'm starting to get hungry again, but not really even. So yeah, it's the perfect kind of snack that's not even a snack. It's just like a pure nutrient infusion. Then around 4 or 5 o'clock, I'll have an evening meal, veggie meal. Usually lots of greens, romaine, butterhead, maybe some tomatoes, some cucumbers. I've been doing a whole avocado a day, a smaller one. And I've also been making flax crackers with the celery pulp left over from my celery juice. So yeah, doing some nutrient analysis, this is about 500 calories less than maybe what I was eating before, since I'm down to really 2 meals only. But I feel good, and I don't desire more food than that. Like I said, this is not like a calorie restriction, intentionally restrictive kind of thing. It's like I literally don't want more food than that. And I feel satiated, I feel satisfied, I don't feel like deprived or starving, thinking about food all the time. I feel like, wow, I'm nourished, I'm dialed in, this is good. And yeah, it just so happens to be fewer calories than I was eating before. It is a bit more fat than I was eating before. I've put in my food into Chronometer, and it looks like usually what I'm eating in a day is coming between 15 and 20% fat, but never more than 20% fat. And I feel good. I don't have any blood sugar issues or anything indicating that it's too much fat for me. My digestion is still good. Bowel movements are good, mental clarity is good, everything's good. So yeah, I feel like eating a little bit higher fat for me right now, under these circumstances, intermittent fasting, where I am in life and on my healing journey, it's feeling really good. And I don't have cravings for anything, which rocks. Just also wanted to talk a little bit about the celery juice. Really loving it. I've gotten a lot of other family members on board with the celery juice strain. And yeah, that's really exciting. It feels really good and right and aligned for the celery juice to be the first food I have in a day, to have this healing herbal tonic. And it feels really good. I've had a juice business in the past. I have done juicing for years. I've done many a juice cleanse and fast and feast and all of that. And it feels really good to have it back in my life in this way. And just juicing the celery is really easy. It also feels like it may be helping balance my electrolytes, because it is really hot in the summer in Arizona, in the desert, very dry. Lots of heat. I'm not outside a whole lot, but I sweat a lot every single day in my hot yoga practice. And in the past, I've had maybe some electrolyte issues with balancing hot yoga or sweating a lot from other exercise practices that I've done before. So I'm feeling like my electrolytes are really balanced. I'm not having any salt cravings whatsoever, and I choose to eat a salt-free diet. I do include seaweed daily most days, but it's not like a oh my God, I have to have it kind of thing. Either I taste and enjoy the natural saltiness in lettuces, in tomatoes, in cucumbers, in the celery juice, certainly, in my barley grass juice powder, in my green smoothie that I have every day. So it really feels good to not have those salt cravings, and I can't help but think that maybe the celery juice is playing a role in that by providing my body, flooding my cells with natural sodium. So that is awesome. And yeah, just a big theme for me right now seems to be emphasizing lots of greens, lots of nutrition, and seeing as a result of that, consuming more greens, consuming more vegetables, consuming more nutrients, my overall calories have gone down, my nutrition's gone up, my cravings have gone down, my appetite has gone down. So I'm not feeling like I need to shovel in food all the time. I'm not thinking about food, and I'm not feeling hungry or deprived. So that basically rocks, because that has not always been the case for me. So really, a big theme, like I said, is the greens and emphasis on nutrients and nutrient density and no restriction, pure intuition. So this is intuitive eating at its finest. This is something that maybe a few months ago I never would have thought would be working for me. I was very anti-intermittent fasting, and that's what I needed to do for a while. I needed to not have that restriction placed on me. But it's funny that when I let go of that and I didn't force it on myself, it naturally fell into place, and organically my body was drawn to this style and schedule of eating. So I'm really stoked about that. And I hope you can take away the message of just give yourself time to heal, give yourself time to heal energetically, emotionally, mentally, any kind of hang-ups that you have around food, body image, eating, any of that. These things take time to heal, and they take many different modalities of healing. If you want to work with me on that, I do offer health coaching. There's a shameless self-promotion right there. You can also get my books and the links in the description. Yes, there's more than one now. Number 2 should be coming out very, very soon, maybe by the time you're watching this video. And in the meantime, just take heart, okay? I'm on your side, your team. I'm cheering for you. Please like this video if you like it. Subscribe for more healing tips, inspiration, information, love, and keep your vibe high, because the world needs you to be the very best that you can be. Much love to you.